Hello, everybody. Archana is back with Brain Tunes with Archana. Today, I am going to start a new series, as mentioned in my previous video, about Brain Dancing Bytes by Dilip Mukerjea, sir. These are a series of intellectual articles, and we would be having discussions with speakers interpreting these articles. In my studios today, I have with me Mr. Sushant Mysorkar, who is the founder of Brain Drive. He's a memory coach. He is an author for Super Tips for Super Memory Power for Busy Professionals. He is a vice president of Memory Sports Council India and also the chairman of International Association of Sports UAE. Welcome to my studios, Mr. Mysorkar.
Thank you, Archana, for your wonderful introduction.
Mr. Mysorkar, I would take this opportunity to congratulate you on the superlative success of your student Akshara. Could you please enlighten my audience about who Akshara is and what is her achievement?
Thank you very much, Archana, for bringing this into limelight. Archana Sai Akshara is from Andhra Pradesh. She's just 16 years old and she has now broken a world record. Root to value, she has memorized 6,020 digits in a right sequence without a single mistake in just 5 minutes 12 seconds. And this is a world record.
That's an amazing achievement. So, how did you do this, Mr. Mysorkar?
Yes, this is a purely rigorous training since last few years and continuous. Akshara had been into various other activities, and along with that, during the travel time or whenever she was free, she used to always move around and work on these skills. And this is through her really dedicated efforts and practice she could able to achieve this.
That's amazing. So maybe I could invite Akshara on my show one day. And from a student's perspective, we would understand what is memory training all about. So coming to today's episode, Mr. Mysorkar, let us start off with the discussion of the first in the series of these articles of Brain Dancing Bytes by Dilip Mukerjea, sir.
Great. I'm fortunate to have mentor like Dilip Mukerjea, who has been continuously guiding me on every step. So it's a great opportunity to unfold his thoughts in your platform.
Indeed. Indeed, I agree to that, Mr. Mysorkar. Mr. Dilip Mukerjea, sir, is undoubtedly one of the most intellectual people I have met. Like if we look at this poster here, you can see how well he gels with children. He loves children and he loves bringing in innovative methodologies of teaching so that learning becomes a passion for children. Learning is very interesting. And he is also a presidential award winner. He is also a martial arts specialist. So it looks like he is a multi-talented, multifaceted personality. Further, he's a master at mind mapping. So mind maps are something which are very unique in today's world, and they help you strategize things and also arrive to a logical conclusion, whatever area of field you are in. Mind maps are the in thing. And Dilip Mukerjea, sir, masters this particular art, science, I don't know what to call it. As we go
forward, I would add one more point to the mind mapping because this is nowhere mentioned, and he has designed a lot of other maps like splash map, creative maps, icon maps. So these are the different types of maps which are used at different ways of dealing with the studies or maybe in a professional life, note taking during presentation seminars. So these different type of maps are being exclusively designed by Dilip Mukerjea.
Okay.
And very few know about this.
Undoubtedly. And then the articles are a little introduction or like a trailer to what potential Mr. Mukerjea has. So let's start off with our first article. And this is a series, like I mentioned in the introduction, about when he started off during the lockdown, and every single day he churns out one lovely article. We start off with the first of the article, your force for success. So Mr. Mukherjee, Mr. Mysorkar, I would like you to start off with the discussion. What is your
Right.
take on this?
Yeah. During this pandemic time, there are a lot of issues or like challenges each one of us have faced. Now, these challenges he has put in a pictorial format and not only express the views and exponential benefits as well as a lot of trouble which each family had taken, but the psychological and emotional imbalance which has taken place also due to financial crisis. There are a lot of families who have gone into the turmoil and the transition from the good going economic cycle to the what you can say financial loss or maybe loss of jobs, which had transformed the way of thinking and the way of dealing with situation. Every way of thought process is now completely changed. you,
Agreed.
you
So the
can take over and now unfold your views too.
So, what I understand is the author portrays the essence of how the pandemic has impacted the three spheres and led us gradually into a vicious cycle of, finances being jeopardized, right from the economic cyclone taking a dangerous turn into a financial tsunami and ultimately into a worldwide economic meltdown.
So, in spite of all these things, he definitely, through his creative approach, put forward how everybody of us needs to be really joyful, happy, even in such scenario, so that in a creative way we can come out and look out for different solutions rather than crib and uh, just put your faces down and do nothing. So,
Exactly.
a very nice way of putting the facts and figures in his articles.
So the pictorial representations are apt, like you mentioned, Mr. Masoka. The author
True.
talks about the indomitable human spirit, which has to take things in its stride rather than falling prey to adversity. And we have to be resilient. We have to understand that come what may, buck up, move forward, surge ahead. This is not the end. So I guess
True.
the pictures and the words are in sync with each other. In fact, just the pictures itself clearly indicate what he wants to say as we go further.
Yes. Now it is becoming attuned to being too casual. So because casual is the approach which normally we have already been taken since years long, but now it's a time to really change over. So casual approach will not work in future. You really have to think in a different perspective. Your different thinking process, such as critical way of analyzing, your creative approach towards working onto certain things, has to be completely changed. There should be a very clear approach. The clarity should be defined.
So the focus is on harnessing your potential and also surging ahead with renewed energy. There is no good time to start. Just start. We just cannot keep procrastinating and thinking, okay, we will carry it out further. I'm low on energies. You have to develop it, the cosmic urge in Sir's words. So, yes, how do you use these trends that are screaming to find expression? So, he says, we are all filled with this energy and we have this infinite power within us. We only need to harness it in the right direction so that we achieve even the unachievable.
True, true. The words clearly imply about doing, feeling, understanding, and the emotions which we carry with us. We really need to work on that and be consistent enough in expressing our thought process so that we can move in the direction. Maybe right or wrong. That is again the time will show, but we need to be consistent in moving forward. That's the message I think which Mr. Dilip Mukherjee wants to put forward.
Exactly. Also talking about leadership. Leadership develops daily, not in a day. So it is a lifelong process. Leaders are not born, they are made. You need to nurture those skills, develop those skills, and give them the proper expression so that you are able to lead. And I guess it is such a potent thought, Mr. Mysorkar. Also,
Yes.
when he indicates that every minute is precious. All of us know that time is very precious, but how many of us actually take this seriously, right? And
True.
he's broken down it into every minute per day. So I think this is something which all of us have to give proper thought to. Your views, Mr. Mysurkar?
The value system which needs to be developed, that is prime important in each and every family. As rightly put up over here, begin with the truth. So truth is one which needs to be explored, which needs to be taught in the house. It needs to be taught among the society. So your sincere approach towards doing certain things will take you and lead you to a certain aspects, and the sparkling feelings of happiness and the joy which you get when you achieve something. That is what is more important.
Yes, I agree with that. So every minute is precious, every person is unique, and we need to aim at showcasing this uniqueness first by helping oneself and then extending a helping hand to whoever is in need. Like in its conclusion, the conclusion of the article, he says, begin with yourself and let your wisdom heal the wounded, broken spirits crying out for help.
True, true, true.
Right.
And nicely put forward the importance of 1440 minutes each one of us have. We need to decide how we are going to spend it. Are we going to use it to the fullest, or we are just going to sit idle and think for some magic to happen? So, how do you spend your minutes is more important rather than how you deal with the situation. So, beginning with yourself is prime important and moving ahead. And there are lots of people to help you. And people like Dilip Mukerjea, who is always lending his hand for support, is always there for each one of us. And I'm really very fortunate to represent him in India.
Exactly. And know that each minute is a miracle waiting to be awakened. Start thinking in terms of miracles. You are a miracle. Now, that is such an inspiration. Nobody is born uselessly. Every person has a certain role to play in this universe. And when you consider yourself a miracle, and every minute given to you is precious. Only then we will be able to channelize our energies and bring out the best in us. Also, sir wishes all of us a bon voyage on this journey of rediscovering ourselves and showcasing to the world what a miracle we are.
Yes, true, true. The
Right.
acronym leadership, innovation, fellowship, entrepreneurship. What a lovely thought process. And the way he has formed it. So, where each one of us, the life which is given by the Almighty God, is needs to be developed, designed, nurtured, and needs to be fully conquered so that we live to the fullest and enjoy our life.
Exactly, Mr. Mysurkar. And how do we actually do this? Because not that none of us know that time is precious, and yes, every one of us is unique. All of us know this, but how many of us actually implement the same thing? So sir has brought out a series of books, invaluable books, I must say. And all of these, the information I have already given to my viewers in the previous introductory video, but I would like to showcase them again and again so that people know what it is all about and take the initiative of getting into understanding what these are and make the best use of the resources laid out in front of them on a platter. These are the handles on which sir is available, and in case you need to contact him, all the details are there here as well as in the description below this video. So, Mr.
I would like to
Mysurkar,
add here, yeah, I would like to add here about the books because I've been reading the books. All the books are completely illustrated and they are well structured. The formation is wonderfully designed so that each student or a professional will be able to understand what is in there for me with completely practical oriented approach, and the students are getting immense benefit. Even the UPSC students, I've spoken with a few of his students who said that the way he is teaching, we are not getting in any of the institutions. The books are a self explanatory books with practical exposure to the industry and the corporate structure and how the formation takes place. For the student, it's a Bible because the way it has been expressed, the understanding of the each aspect and the knowledge percolated down the line, it gives him immense knowledge and learnings from the books, and the illustrations are self-explanatory. So I would recommend all the audience who are looking at this video to take these books and have a look at it, and I'm sure that you'll get immense benefit from these books.
Yes, Mr. Mysore, when you said they are like a Bible, no, that's the ultimate. So they encompass everything. There's nothing that one needs to go from. And in today's world, like we see, students are running from pillar to post in order to, have a proper understanding of the concepts and getting duped by institutions, money making machines rather. So
True.
I would definitely vouch for these books as advocated by you, Mr. Mysore, and the audience will definitely be benefited by going over these books, understanding the concepts and applying it in real life. So that was a lovely talk, Mr. Mysore. It was glad that you made time to come on this show, and looking forward to further discussions with other articles. Thank you, Mr. Mysore.
Thank you, Archana. Thank you very much.